Did you know that thanks to her full and curvy figure, Yvonne Furneaux landed the lead role in the movie La Dolce Vita? Throughout her whole career, men found her irresistible. But most don't know the secrets she tried to hide. Keep on watching to find out 10 little-known secrets about the iconic Yvonne Furneaux. Number 10. She inherited her last name from her mother's side. Yvonne Furneaux was born on May 11, 1928. Even though she was born in northern France, she is originally from England. The actress came from an upper-middle-class family, as her father worked as a director at Lloyd's Bank and her mother was a housewife. For unknown reasons, Yvonne inherited her mother's last name, Furneaux. Her family had decided to settle in France, but would shortly move back to England when the outbreak of World War II took place. Number 9. Yvonne won a full scholarship in Oxford. During this period, Yvonne was determined to finish her studies in high school. Despite the critical situation of the war, Yvonne got accepted into college, and surprisingly, she won a full scholarship at St. Hilda's College, Oxford, which was considered one of the most prestigious colleges at that time. Yvonne decided to study modern languages, and even though she described herself as not a very good student, she came out of St. Hilda's College knowing how to speak French and Italian fluently. The knowledge she had for other languages other than English opened many opportunities for her to become a star of European cinema. Number 8. Her passion for acting came out of nowhere. Yvonne has never explained where her passion for acting came from, but she has revealed that she found an interest in it when she was in college. Perhaps she found out about acting in the theater at university and eventually got hooked. However, what she did make clear was that the moment she graduated from college, she decided that she wanted to become a famous actress. This decision eventually led her to attend London's Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, where she studied alongside Diane Cilento and Joan Collins. Number 7. Apart from acting, Yvonne also tried modeling. After her graduation in 1951, Yvonne made her professional debut at the age of 24 when she performed in theater. During this time, Yvonne also decides to use the name Yvonne and her mother's maiden name as her stage name. She never made her real name clear, but had admitted that her friends and family back in England used to call her Beth. The stage name Yvonne Furneaux would be a great decision for her, as it emphasized her glamorous appearance. Some of Yvonne's earliest roles include the title role of The Taming of the Shrew and a part in Macbeth. In only 1 year, Yvonne had gained a lot of reputation in British theater and even proved to herself that she was highly talented at acting. Her charming looks only made things easier for her. She made such a name for herself, she was even one of the 10 best actresses in the January 1953 issue of Vogue magazine Norman Parkinson's photo, which was taken in the Young Look Theater. Number 6. Her sex appeal mattered more to critics than her acting skills. In her early years of acting, many men found Yvonne irresistible. Even one of the most popular theater critics of the 1950s, Kenneth Tynan, couldn't resist fixating on the actress's perfect physique. He openly expressed this when Yvonne was in the process of renewing a 1955-56 Bristol Old Vic production of Ondine. While Yvonne was acting her role, Kenneth Tynan dismissed her as a woman whose silhouette was more impressive than her acting, and even called her a buxom temptress. But many other professionals considered Yvonne as a pretty good actress. Despite all the critical comments, she always managed to transcend the meager material on hand with her striking presence. Number 5. The first film she had an important role in flopped badly. In the meantime, Yvonne appeared in one of her first films called Affair in Monte Carlo, where she played a small role. The film was released in 1952 and would be the start of Yvonne's cinema career. 1 year later, she was cast as the girl of dubious virtue called Jenny in The Beggar's Opera. This was one of the most expensive British films ever made, and Yvonne thought it was her shot to make it big in the film industry. However, the film got bad reviews and it flopped. It was considered one of the biggest British box office flops in the 50s. In the following year, Yvonne made another attempt in making a name for herself by appearing in The Master of Ballantrae as Errol Flynn's vengeful and slighted mistress. The film was a romantic adventure originally based on a novel by Robert Louis Stevenson and was slightly more successful than the last movie Yvonne appeared in. Number 4. Yvonne became a fluent linguist by the 1950s. Throughout the next 2 decades, Yvonne kept appearing in films, and in 1982, she decided to put an end to her film career by appearing in her last movie called Frankenstein's Great Aunt Tilly. During her career, Yvonne has made appearances in English, French, Italian, German, and even Spanish films. By the 50s, she was considered a fluent linguist, and she knew how to speak more than 5 languages. Yvonne also took part in many different genres, such as comedy, romance, horror, sci-fi, musicals, crime, thrillers, but her most favorite genre was adventure. Number 3. Many of the movies she appeared in were unsuccessful. Yvonne was a part of countless films, but she wasn't very considerate whether or not the film would turn out to be successful or flop. This led her to appear in many trashy films, but she does have many art house classics, such as Le Amiche. In 1955, Yvonne owned an important role in Michelangelo Antonioni's breakthrough movie. The film was based on a novel by Cesare Pavese, where she played the part of a spiteful socialite called Momina. La Dolce Vita. In this hit movie, Yvonne portrays Marcello's fiancée, who attempts to commit suicide by Marcello's destructive behaviors. This film was also considered one of the most celebrated pieces of director Federico Fellini. Repulsion. In the 1964 horror movie directed by Roman Polanski, Yvonne plays the sister of the deranged and sexually confused Catherine Deneuve. When interviewed about her career later on in life, Yvonne says that she had the most fun working with director Federico Fellini. She also added that her only regretted life was that she didn't continue performing on stage. Number 2. She dedicated her life to only one person. Yvonne Furneaux met her husband in 1961 when she was in the process of filming Le Comte de Monte Cristo. Her husband was a former fighter pilot during World War II and then became a camera operator and a seasoned cinematographer by the time he met her. Despite meeting a lot of people throughout her career, Yvonne stayed loyal and committed to her husband until he passed away in 2007. Number 1. Yvonne lived in a medieval castle. What is interesting about the actress is that she lived in a medieval Italian castle just 45 kilometers or 27 miles northwest of Rome. She bought the castle just 1 year after meeting her husband and would spend the next 5 years restoring it. Throughout her respective career, the actress had serious academic credentials. She worked with some of the greatest directors of the time. Yvonne Furneaux's films will always mesmerize us. That's it for this video, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. See you in the next upload. Thanks for watching.